And I know these first two, I've done these first two at least 5 or 6 times. So I don't know what the hang up is with them, but we'll go ahead and do them. And there is the question. The question is basically take the table and turn it into a graph, scatter plot, graph the line of regression, and get the R value. That's what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to do it on Excel. You can do it in your calculator on Excel or whatever. And I'm going to pull it up. I know I did this question at least 5 times yesterday for the 23 class. It's on video. So let's go ahead and make those bigger. And I'm going to highlight them. I'm going to go to Insert, Scatter Plot, right click, add trend line, display R and equation, and somebody take the square root of that. What's the square root of 0.8199?
0.905483.
So R is equal to point what?
How many?
Just 4 digits.
905. And then you want it rounded?
Yeah.
5.
There you go. Now, if you want to do it on the handy dandy calculator, we'll take the calculator and punch those in. So, stat, edit, 27.75, 25.25, 26.75, 25.5, 27.75, 26.75, 26, and 27. Everybody with me? 17.3, 17, 17.3, 16.9, 17.5, 17.2, 17.1, and 17.4. Now go to Stat, go to Calculate, go to Linear Regression. Now, of course, I've got to turn on my diagnostic because I have to do it each time. So there's your slope and your y-intercept. But I'm going to go back and hit Second, Catalog, go down to the D's. I have to do this each time, so you shouldn't have to do this but one time on your calculator. Now hit Stat, Calculate, Linear Regression, and calculate, and R is 0.9055. So now I'm going to take that information and I'm going to plot my graph. So second, y is equal, well above it says stat plot. I'm going to turn that on, hit enter, hit enter. It's already defaulted to the scatter plot. All you got to hit is graph. May not be there, so you hit zoom. Is it 9 or 0? What?
9.
Thank you. Hit 9, and there you go. Now you put in your handy dandy formula. So y is equal to 0.1947x, 0.1947x plus 12.034, and graph. I asked the 23 section about this because most of them are in high school, just like some of y'all, and they said they've never seen this before. Is that correct? Have they ever showed y'all how to do this on your calculator? Wow. To me, that's the only way to do it because it's too tedious. But we can go back to the formula if y'all want to. I doubt they do that formula either because evidently y'all don't look up the correlation coefficient, do you, in high school? Because that's tedious math for anybody. There you are. And that's how you do it. Now, Corona. The other thing I want to show you is on the, I cut grass all weekend. Right here, they give you this critical thinking, critical value deal. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So look up n is equal to 8. And the predicted critical value for 8 is what? 0.707. So the critical value is lower than the actual R coefficient. That's all they want you to know. And that's for later on, chapter 7 and 8. But I don't know why they're doing it in here. I guess just getting you warmed up. So you look here and then you say, okay, it's either higher or lower than the critical value. 0.9055 is higher than 0.707, or 0.707 is lower than 0.9055. Whichever way they state the question. This is the critical value. This is the correlation coefficient. Capiche? Okay, so, and yes, there appears to be a positive linear association because R is positive and is greater than the critical value. Okay. And that's how you do that question. Now let's see if the next one's the same. This is 4.140. Probably the same type. Yep. We'll go ahead and let y'all do this one. I'm going to let y'all do it, and then I'll just come up behind it with the spreadsheet. I'm not going to do it on the calculator, so I'm going to put it on spreadsheet for y'all. Dadgum. Open in Excel. Okay, there you go. Let me make it bigger for you. All right. Now, of course, I really don't think you need the month, but, you know, of course, what months are going to be higher with drowning and Lyme disease? The summer months. So you can automatically see that right here is the higher month, June and July and August. So I don't know how they want you to graph this. Let's see. If you do it with a scatter plot, that's not going to help. So what you might want to do is you might want to take this guy and Control X, Control V, move that over there, and then do maybe put this. I'm just thinking, I have no idea what they're doing. Control X and Control V. And that way you could do maybe this graph. I didn't like that either.
I think in that equation, the months don't matter for how you're calculating it. It's just a side factor for one of the last questions.
Say again, I'm sorry.
In the problem, I don't believe the months have any effect on it until like one of the last questions.
Yeah. Well, the context of the causality, is that what you're saying? Yeah. So we'll do this, and I don't know if that's what they want or not. And there's a very strong. Somebody take the correlation, or take the square root of 0.9206, please. Somebody got a phone call. All right.
0.9595.
R is equal to 0.9595,
Yes, sir.
which is a very strong correlation. And of course, they're going to ask you, they're going to say, well, why is there a strong correlation? Because people are out during the summer. Don't you think? And that is those months right there. I don't know what else they're going to ask, but there's the graph, 0.959, whatever. And there is a positive correlation, blah, blah, blah. It says, because the correlation coefficient is positive and the absolute value of the correlation is greater than the critical value, a critical value for, how many cases were there? 12? 12 is 0.576. So we're way higher than 576. So 0.576. I would say yes, a positive linear relation exists between Lyme disease and drowning deaths. Yeah, I know. I'm the master of this universe. I can call. Do you believe I got Lyme disease? I'm sorry, I got coronavirus. I've got Lyme disease and coronavirus.
You can't have a corona without a Lyme.
Yep, there you go. Do you believe that an increase in Lyme disease causes an increase in drowning deaths? No. What is the likely lurking variable? Dang old winter, summer months. That's whichever one says that. I think there is a lurking variable. The temperature and time of year, maybe?
Yes.
I think it has to do with the pesticides and lifeguards. I think it has to. And that's it. That ain't a bad question. Both of those questions are good questions. All right, so that's 4 point. Oh, we're going to 4.2 now. 4.2, number 5. I see a positive correlation there. It says least squared regression equation is blah, 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 where the median income is X and the percentage of 25-year-old boys with at least a bachelor's degree. I think we've done this before, but plug in 25. Don't plug in 0.25. That's what I did the other day. Plug in 25 into that equation. Somebody give me the answer. Round to the nearest dollar. So 25 times 688.8 plus 16,035, and give me a round dollar. I ran out of my regular coffee, and I had to make do. Sucks.
You don't drink 1959?
1959. What's that? I don't drink. What is 1959?
It's like the newest coffee out there.
Oh no, I don't do fads at all.
It's not going to be a fad. It's
Oh, it
going
is?
to be right there with the folders. And
Oh, okay. No, I haven't heard of it.
I don't do fad either, but one of my clients brought me a bag of Starbucks beans the other day at work. Man,
It was good. Yeah, when in the 70s, everybody had to have a Cadillac. In the 80s, everybody had to have a cell phone. In the 90s, everybody had to have either a Harley or a tattoo, and then in 2000s, you had to have the other. So I don't know. I've never done fads. So.
You didn't get any tattoos?
No, I had tattoos when I was in the Marine Corps. So I still have tattoos, but I didn't do tattoos when everybody went freaking crazy and got tattoos. I'm not a fad person. All right, what'd y'all get? Oh, come on, people. Don't tell me you didn't even do it.
17,236.
17,236. Okay, you might be a little bit off. Let me take my handy dandy calculator and let's see. Oh, I did.
No, I did.
Let me see what we got. I appreciate y'all cooperating with me. Thank you for all the input. 688.8. 30 people and one person says something. Times 25 plus 16,035. 33,255. Is that what y'all got?
I thought it was a decimal.
Yeah, I thought it was a decimal.
What?
I thought it was 16.035.
It's a comma.
Okay, did I get it right or wrong? I must have got it right. I can't even get the dadgum cursor right. It's a conspiracy. I done forgot what I had.
33,000.
33,255. 33,255. Yep, that's a comma. It's hard to see, so make a note. That problem with the percentages is a comma. In a particular region, 29.6% of adults 25 years or over have at least a bachelor's degree. The median income for this region is $33,190. Is this income higher than you would expect? Why? Well, what we're going to plug in? 29.6. Plug in 29.6. So let's go back. I'm going to show you a trick I learned in the war. Second, enter. Second, enter. 688 times 20 what? 9.6. Enter. And then plus, I'm looking for it, 16,035. 36,423. This is higher or lower? Let's see, what is it in a particular region? The median income in this is the income higher than you would expect. Okay, this is kind of twisted because you don't really know which one they're referring to.
I think the first one is lower.
Okay, so they're asking for the lower than. Our answer is 36,423. 36,423. I don't mind first question because most of y'all as students, but that second one is kind of twisted because you could do it two ways, the way they got it written. But interpret the slope. Well, the slope says that for every change in x, you're going to go up $687. That's what it says. Because it's not a fraction, well, it is a fraction, but for every step you take in the x direction, you're going to move up $689. So which one says that? What? B, thank you. And that's going to be 680. I don't know if they want us to round. It says type as an integer. So 688.8. I'm going to just do that. Oh my God. Explain why it does not make sense to interpret the y-intercept. Well, if you've got the y-intercept, what is the y-intercept? What is x? When you do the y-intercept, what is x always? 0. So 0% bachelor's degree, it's not going to work. Because everybody, I mean, don't care where you go, somebody's going to have a bachelor's degree unless you go to, well, I'm not going to, no, just doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm just going to say that. I mean, we do have live PD. So it does not make sense to interpret the y-intercept because an x value does not make sense, an x value. Why do I just take out those two? Because the y is not 0 on the y-intercept. So you can take a and b out. It's either C or D, and you could actually make an argument for both, because it says 0 is outside the scope of the model, or you could say it doesn't make sense. But I think the answer is it doesn't make sense, but I'm not sure. No, this is C. It's outside the scope. You could actually say both of those are very similar answers.
Would it be possible to go over the practice or the test and then come back to the questions?
Why you want to do that? Have we not went over the test in here?
No.
Okay, well, I'll go over the test. We got time. Let me skip over. Let's see if there's any redundancy. Let's see, 4.2. I've covered 4.2 enough. Let me look at 5.2 right quick. 5.2, let me clear this. 5.2, 46/16. Okay. They just want you to do a relative frequency? Wow. I didn't even know this question was in here. All right, relative frequency. Let me go ahead and put this in order. So I'm going to put these in order. Lord, I didn't know I didn't go over the test. I'm sorry. It ain't going to be that big. It's not a lot of these questions, I tell you that. Most of the time, y'all send me the questions that are not on the test. So, data, sort, make that a little bit smaller. Let's get out of that. 30 to 39. Okay, 30 to 39. I'm trying to get there. Hold on. 30 to 39. Well, there's that. Got one. And the next one is 40 to 49. That's that one. 50 to 59. 60 to 69. 70 to 79. Oops. It's not a good color. There we go. 80 to 89. 90 to 99. 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 1, 1, 7. Let's go ahead and do 1, 1, 1, 7. So put a 1 here. 1, 1, 1, 7. And then what's the others? Y'all have to excuse me, I'm having to go between screens. All right, what's this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. 12, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 8 or 9? 1, 8. So I don't forgot 11, 12, and 8. So 11, 12, 11, and 8. And y'all should be able to figure the relative frequency. So well, we got to have n. So add all those up. Did it say in the problem how many we had? No. So we got to add them all up. So 7, let's see, 8 and 12 is 20, 31, 38, 39, 40, 41. Somebody check me. Is it 41?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, I just heard a mumble. I'm sorry. 41. So 1 divided by 41. Somebody give me that number. That's all right. I'll do it. I figure y'all ain't gonna communicate with me, so I'll just do it. Okay. Point what?
024.
Okay, I wonder why they put 025. I wonder if they rounded up. Let me see. 1 divided by 41. Yeah, that's 0.024. That's 0.024. The next one is 0.024. Next one is 0.024. Somebody give me the other ones. 7 divided by 41.
0.17.
0.17 even.
Yeah, there's a 0.
Wait, 171.
0.171. We'll try 171. All right, give me 12, or which one is that, 12? 12 divided by 41.
0.29.
29 what?
3.
3. And the next one?
0.268.
268. And the next one? 195. And they got 0.025. So it looks like there's a rounding issue on these. I don't know why.
Check the Excel to see how many there are in total.
Check what?
Check the Excel
Okay.
spreadsheet, see how many there are in total.
40.
There's 40. I asked y'all to check me and y'all didn't. You know, y'all suck. Y'all know that? No reaction. Just, yeah, we suck. Yeah.
Say that one was 10 and you put 11.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's only 40. The whole problem is there's 40, not 41. I'll just check my own work from now on. Anyway, and then graph it. If you want to graph it, you can graph it. It says do the relative frequency, graph it. So you would highlight, I wouldn't worry about the classes, just highlight these and graph it. And you would get, let's see, 0.25, 0.25. It starts to rise on the right, and you get to the right, it starts to go up, and then it goes down. So I would say it's probably A. And all you got to do is just look at the numbers. All right, next one. 5.2 is 46, that's repetitive. And 5.27/4. List the possible outcomes of F or G. F or G. That would be, F or G would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay? You don't write 2 11s down. If there's an overlap, you what? You subtract it. All right? What's the word here? What's the word right there? Or. That means if there's an overlap, you what? Subtract it. So instead of having 2 11s, you only have what? 1. And then it says by counting the number, what's the probability? Well, how many numbers you got here out of the whole set? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 or 9 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So whatever, what did I say here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 12. And take 8 divided by 12, what do you get? And that's that answer there. You know, a lot of people get this problem wrong. Do you know why they get it wrong? Because it is kind of simple. Okay? The OR tells you this is the additive law. So you subtract the overlap. The overlap is the 11s. We'll take a highlighter and we'll highlight that 11 and that 11. So you don't count 11 twice. You only count it one time. F or G would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's 8 out of 12 numbers, so therefore it's 0.667. It says determine P of F or G using the general addition rule. Select the choices, blah, blah, blah. P of F or G, and they're subtracting the 11 right there. That's all they're doing is subtracting it. Okay? Well, okay, let's get to the test because that's what y'all are wanting to get to. I apologize. Sometimes the 103, after this unit, I won't be as mixed up because the 103 will be branching off somewhere else, and then the 120s will be together, so I won't get y'all mixed up as bad. All right, let's go to the test, course tools, assignment. I feel like I got a hangover. I'm sorry. Ugh. I appreciate y'all's concern. Thank you. Preview. There. Okay, bonus question. Y'all can handle the bonus questions. But I'm going to answer the bonus questions so we can make sure we get them right. So I don't want anybody missing them, even though somebody will. Cell phone. Not supposed. Okay, a bag of 100 tulip bulbs purchased from a nursery contained 40 red, 40 yellow, and 20 purple. What is the probability that a randomly selected tulip bulb is red? Well, that's 100, so where's red? 40 over 100, which is 0.4. The probability that a randomly selected tulip bulb is purple. Well, that'd be 20 over, that'd be 0.2. Please don't get this one wrong. If you get this one wrong, don't tell anybody. Select the current choice below and fill in the answer box, blah, blah, blah. If 100 tulip bulbs were sampled with replacement, both say with replacement, that means you're going to put it back in. One would expect exactly blah, blah, blah to be red and exactly blah, blah, blah to be purple. I like about. Why do we like about? Because nothing is what? Perfect. That's why, birth control. Even though you've got a very, very low probability, does that mean it's possible? Impossible? No. Okay? That does not mean it's impossible. When you see words like perfect, you see words like exact, you see words like, impossible, then you need to say to yourself, that I don't think that goes very well with statistics. So I would say about. So which one's red? 40. And how many? 20. I would say about would be the correct answer. Yep.
And how would it change if it was without replacement?
Without replacement is another problem altogether. You would have to actually go and say, if 40. If it was without replacement, it wouldn't be in this. It wouldn't be in this question. But it would be 40. Well, you couldn't because it would be 40 out of 100, and then 20 out of 99 because you took one out. So that's how it would be. But you can't. That would be mixing apples and oranges. This question is designed for with replacement. Okay, so that's a good question. I did good on that one. Next, in probability, a or an blank is a process that can be repeated in which the results are uncertain. Dang old experiment. And you feel good about yourself. Oh, this is the one that people miss. I'm going to let y'all look at it. Use the given table, which lists 6 possible assignments of possibilities for tossing a coin, to determine which of the assignments or probability are consistent with the definition of a probability model. Definition of probability. So 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4 is what? 1/4. So we put a check mark beside that because what? 1 is the magic number in probability. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1. 1/6 plus 1/6. Well, we can't do this one because this is fractions and we don't know how to do fractions, right? Because we can't even read a tape measure when we graduate high school. 6, 6, 2, and 2. And that's going to be 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 over 6 is 1. Now you see why people miss it. Take a red marker. Why am I gifted or talented? Or is there something that tells you it's not probability? What?
Both.
What? The negative. You can't have a negative probability in probability. And let's see, what about this one? Let's change these to 8s. So that's going to be 2 8s, 2 8s, 2 8s, 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 8s. Nope. It's got to equal 1. And what about this one? Oh God, fractions again. We might as well forget it. So let's put a 14 here and a 14 here. The coronavirus is spreading. 7 will go into 14 twice. That'll be a 4. And that'll be a 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 9 plus 5 is. So that's your answer. And believe you me, this is one of the most missed questions on this probability test because of what? The fractions. A, B, C, and F. Oh, my head's hurting. A, B, C, and F. Next. Now, I can go in and make these much harder if y'all want me to.
No, thank you.
Besides, I told y'all this was the easiest test, didn't I? Yeah, we're fixing to get into the rough stuff, so y'all need all the help you can get. Probability is measured of the likelihood of random phenomena of chance behavior. Okay, I done forgot what the question's asking. Probability is the measure of the likelihood of random phenomena or chance behavior. I guess true. I don't like that definition. I like putting a prediction, putting a number on a prediction based on logic, experience, or mathematics. That's what I like to use. But that's why I'm not a statistician. Homework terminates here. Takes the highest grade. Okay, this is the second most missed question. Why? Because it's so simple and it pulls out something that not a lot of people know, and that is that P of E to the C is the same as P E with a line over it, or P E with a big red X through it. And what does all three of those mean in reference to P of E? Starts with a C. It's the what? Complement. Okay? All these are three ways to write the complement. So what is the complement of 0.33 to 1? 0.67. So why do people miss this problem? Because 1 is so simple, and 2, they've never seen that E to the C. And before I saw this question, I never saw E to the C. I've always seen the complement written like with a line over it or with an X through it. I've never seen this before. So that must be something else the statistician community must come up with to make their job seem more important. So maybe they wanted it to look like algebra or calculus or something. I don't know. Next, well, we got to check it. In a certain lottery, an urn contains balls numbered 1 through 29. From this urn, 4 balls are chosen without replacement. For a $1 bet, there's the key right there, $1 bet. That means you got to put a 1 in the numerator. 4 numbers to win all 4 numbers, blah, 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 blah. Somebody give me that. They want scientific. Oh, well, I better do it because y'all get scientific notation. Y'all don't know what it means. So I'll do it. So that's going to be 1 divided by parentheses, and we've got 29 combination four. I'm going to lose my voice. I'm not going to have a voice before the end of the week. And that's going to be 4.21. What does it say round to? Hundredth. 4.21 times 10 to the negative fifth. Now listen. 4.21 shift 8 times 10 to the negative fourth. Is that what it said? Shift up. Negative 4. You do not use the X. Write that down because you will get it wrong. Shift 8, the star. Shift 8. Please don't mess that up. Yeah, I was wondering if I could get this right. I put an X in instead of a star. Shift 8. Okay, we must have locked it down. It's not telling us if we're right or not. Please don't tell me our wireless just went out.
The Wi-Fi's been spotty since the class started.
Has it? It's got the coronavirus. Okay, well, is it doing anything right now? What is y'all's laptops doing? Is it messing up y'all's TV show or y'all's watching the movies, whatever y'all are watching? Nobody's going to say anything. Okay. What is your laptop doing?
I mean, mine's working fine.
Unable to contact your server. Okay, we're just going to keep, I'm going to try it one more time.
It's pulling up all my stuff still, so.
Your input is incorrect. I don't think so.
-5 or -4.
Oh, did I have a -5? Well, I'll be damned. Y'all told me it was all right. Y'all suck. Y'all know that.
We tried to correct you, you just weren't listening.
Oh, is that what it was? Well, remember, I'm a man, okay? I don't listen.
With Corona.
Huh? Yeah, I'm a man with corona and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. So, thank you for trying to tell me, Mr. Ramsey. What is the probability of an event that is impossible? Suppose 0. What? Suppose that blah, 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 blah. Does this mean that the event is impossible? Birth control. So 0. And does this mean that the event is impossible? Hail to the no. Next. If a student does not complete, 0. Everybody gets a trophy. A golf ball is selected at random from a golf bag. If the golf ball contains 3 red balls, 8 black balls, 6 orange balls, find the probability of the following event. The golf ball is red or black. I'm glad they're not green because I would never find my golf balls if I had green golf balls. I never would find them. I love to play at golf. Notice I said at. If I had to do it all over again and go back to high school, I would trade in all of my stuff that I did in high school and be on the golf team.
What's that?
Because when you get out of high school, you can play scratch golf and make lots of money. And then you can go pro, make a lot of money, and not do anything but just work on your golf swing. So any of y'all that's on the golf team, stick with it. Because you're going to make a whole lot more money than anybody else. All right, so what is OR? What does OR mean? Additive law. So 3, now is it with replacement? Does it say with replacement? Golf ball is selected at random from a golf ball bag. Okay, it doesn't say. Okay, oh, it's just one. It's just one. Okay, so it's either going to be red, which is 3 over 17, 3 over 17 plus 8 over 17. Somebody do that for me? I'll do it. Because y'all tell me the wrong answer just to make me wrong. Let's see, 3 over 17. Mr. Ramsey won't. He treats me right. 3 divided by 17. I can't even type. And I'm going to have to put that in parentheses. Second, insert parentheses. Times 8 over 17, right? 8 over 17. Because you're only picking one ball. So you don't have to worry about replacement. Does everybody understand? And you have to read the question on that one because I had to read it twice. One golf ball is selected. So enter. I get 0.0830. 0.0830. And you feel good about yourself. No, I got it wrong.
I thought you was adding, you multiplied it, right?
Did I multiply? Damn it.
647.
Daggum Benadryl. Hold on. Second entry. Okay. I'm about ready to quit. Second entry. Thank you. Whoever said that. There we go. How about 0.6471? 0.64. Point what?
It's 3 decimal places, not 4.
0.647. Thank you. Who said that? Whoever said that. There, we feel better about ourselves. Next. This is a standardized test question. One like it. It might be colors. It may be 2 different colors with 3 different colors. This is a test question. So, use the spinner below to answer the question. Find the probability that the arrow will land on an odd number. 3 out of what? 5? Dang on, 3 out of 5. Now, if you don't know your odd numbers, then that's a problem if you're in college and you don't know your odd numbers. And that would be a C. All right, the sample space for tossing 3 fair coins is blah, 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 blah. What is the probability? What is the probability? Maybe I should have took Claritin and Benadryl at the same time. What is the probability of exactly 2 heads? Okay, 2 heads. There's 2 heads. There's 2 heads. There's 2 heads. Dang old 3 out of what, 8? Yes, Hubert. Thank you, class.
You have a work email.
Next. Oh, there's our question. So I want y'all to do that one since we've done it like 6 times. All right, so there's your numbers. Type them in. Well, I guess I better do it. Let me move this over here. So stat, edit, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6. Delete. Delete. There we go. and 5.1, 5.8, 5.5, 3.8, 2.4, and 2.7. Oh my gosh. 3.8, 2.4.
We've got 20 on there.
That's why you can't use the frickin', you have to use the keyboard on some things, and you can't use the keyboard on the 2.4 and 2.7. Delete, delete. And stat, calculate, linear regression. Please write these numbers down for me and check yours so I don't have to go back and forth. So the slope is negative
You have a work
0.6453,
email. You have a work email.
and the y-intercept is 6.58, 6.583. Negative 0.646 and 6.583 and negative 0.91. So we got a strong negative correlation. Negative
You
0.9108.
have a work email.
Okay, let's look at the graph. Yes.
Why does A 6.456? Or wait,
The slope is negative 0.646 or 5. I'm sorry, 645. Sorry. Is that what you were asking?
You have a work
And the
email.
y-intercept is 6.583. Okay? And I want to do a stat plot on, and everything's already on. I'm just going to hit graph. And stat, is it 9 or 0? I'll find it. Well, it's in the wrong. Second stat plot. Let me make sure I did everything right. I know it's not in the right quadrant. Let me hit on, because I don't think I hit on. And graph. And stat, zoom, 0, 9. There we go. And now we've got 3 humps up here and then 2 together. So where do you see 3 humps and 2 together? I like B as in Bravo. There appears to be a negative, a linear negative. Okay, what is the 3 spaces point what? Negative point
Temperature
what?
of 49 degrees Fahrenheit. Today's height.
Negative, I'm sorry, what? 0.645
Yes.
x plus 6 point what? Or what was it?
583.
6 point what?
583.
And choose the, so let's go back and put that in the calculator. Y is equal to negative 0.645 x plus 6.583. And graph, hit delete, graph. And it looks like it's going between these two and right above those, so it's kind of hitting these two right here. So it looks like B again. And you can see I try to get the questions that don't ask for a bunch of stuff. That's all I care about right there. The only thing that's not on that one is R. Okay, the data below, blah, 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 calculate the linear correlation coefficient. So let's do that right quick. I'm going to do it on the Excel spreadsheet because it's quicker. Dango enable, dango insert. And I'm just going to print R 'Cause
You
I
have
don't-
a work email.
and somebody tell me what the square root of 0.921 is. Hold on, let me. Okay, what is it? Look up here, there's only 4 answers. A. Got 2 people saying A. There we go. I'll try to finish up. I mean, most of the questions you see, am I pulling any punches? They're pretty much everything that we've what? We've went over. That's just find the linear coefficient or I'll do the scatter plot. That's simple. Okay, this is a standardized test question. If the linear correlation between 2 variables is negative, what can be said about the slope? It's negative. And we got plenty of time before you'll start going into convulsions. Let's see. The word and in probability implies what rule? Multiplicative. Good job. Overall grade. Evaluate. Somebody evaluate that right quick. 8 factorial over 6 factorial. And that's a standardized test question. I've put a lot of standardized test questions on my test because I figure you might as well get the most bang for your buck. You know, learn how to do some statistics and learn also, if you have to take a standardized test, which questions are going to show up on it. A. Yeah, you could actually do 8 times 7 in your head because what happens to the 6 factorials on top and bottom? They cancel. So you just have to do 8 times 7 in your head. Next. No way, no how. Because he hates me. Overall grade, a 0 has been placed, or Russia has conspired against you. Determine whether the scatter diagram, look at the scatter diagram. This is a homework question. We've had this. Okay, what is this? This is a positive what? Correlation. Which one says positive? Linear, because they do lie, because they lie. Okay, it's either C or it's B. But that says do not, so I think it's C. Do the 2 have a positive or negative association? Positive. And that should be it. A lottery exists where balls are numbered 1 through 22 are placed in an urn. You must match the balls in the correct order. How many possible outcomes? Now this one does not say win, so you do not have to put this over 1 or under 1. So I would say, somebody give me 22 combination of 4. What is it? 315. Is that what everybody got? Try it again. 22 combination of 4. Unless they want a 1. If they want a 1, they haven't done it in the problem right, because that $1 should be in there. Did you get 7315 again? Huh? Yes. Okay, then give me 1 over 7315. What is it? That's not right. 7315 should be the answer if that's what y'all come out with. Okay, then give me the other one. What is the... A lottery exists where balls numbered 1 through 22 are placed in an urn. To win, okay, there it is. So you must match the 4 balls chosen in the correct order. So 1 over, somebody give me that. I disagree with this question. This shouldn't say possible outcomes. It should say the probability of winning is. Possible outcomes is the denominator. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Okay, what do you get?
1.36.
I'm sorry, what?
1.36.
1.36?
But it's
It can't be over 1.
1.36 times 10 to the negative 4.
Okay, 1.36 times, I know this is not right, 10 to the negative 4.
It'd be 1.37.
1.37? If this is right, this question is not a good question. I have no idea what the answer is. And y'all checked it twice. 22 combination. Oh, shoot. Correct order. It's a permutation. They never do lottery questions in a correct order. All right, somebody give me now give me the denominator instead of a combination. Give me 22 permutation 4. 175, 560. That's probably it. Yep. Highlight that. You need to make a note of that. I've never seen a lottery question with correct order. My bad. Decrease your grade. 7, that's going to be 7. 7 combination of 7. Excuse me. I will say Benadryl and Claritin together do work very good. Just you can't operate machinery very well. What is it? I'm sorry, 1? Next. Will the following have a positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation? Number of doctors on a staff at a hospital and number of administrators on staff. It should have a correlation, but if it's like college, you got 20 million administrators and only 15 staff. But anyway, what do you think? So for the number of staff you have, what should the administrators be? It should be, equal, there should be a positive correlation. But in real life, it doesn't work that way, but it should be positive. A good one with this one is the weight of the vehicle with what? Gas mileage. That's a negative correlation because it goes downhill. I'm trying to get there. Scream and throw a tantrum. Somebody's going to put that. 8, permutation 3. Which one is it? And in how many ways can a committee of 3 men and 4 women be formed from a group of 11 men and 11 women? So there's 22. So what would you do there? 3 men and, what does and mean? Multiplication. So 3 be 22 combination, wait a minute, 11 combination of 3 and 11 combination of 4. What do you get when you multiply them two together? What? B. B is in Bravo? Now see, was that bad? I don't think that was a bad test, was it? Do y'all want me to make it harder? Let's see what I made. I made a 97. Which one? Oh, I skipped one. I didn't answer the graphing one. I suck. All right, as I call the roll, let me shut off the handy dandy recorder so y'all cannot watch the video.